up either. Let's book it. Welcome back to Satisfactory. I am joined by Tim.
Hello.
Unsure at this point if Willow will be joining, but maybe, possibly.
Maybe we shall see.
Yeah. Obviously, welcome to anybody that's on Twitch, anybody on TikTok, and anybody on the YouTube. So we're tonight.
We are everywhere all the time.
Oh. You're down.
I'm up at the fuel factory.
Are you over for the food? I'm down. You got a little bit further with your extension, but
yeah, from last time. That's how far I've got, and then we ran into that concrete crisis.
that concrete crisis should be solved now.
Yeah. Because like I said, I also came in this morning and rejiggered concrete production below the train station.
That's why I'd come down here. Ah, I see.
So I'm tapping off of all the limestone nodes that we were previously using, plus an additional one. So I got 360.
Is that in queue?
Yeah, I got 360 in, which gives us 120 concrete out.
Did you tapped off the one over the back? Did you as well, or not?
Yeah, where the truck goes. Yeah.
How did you manage that? Did you side it?
Yeah, I just threw a. I didn't put any foundations down on that one. I just threw the miner down and then threw a lift on it, so that way the truck can still pass through there just fine. And brought that in.
Absolutely typical. I want to head down to you I want to head to Central first, and then head down to you, but there's no trains. All my trains have gone. They're all at bloody Central, more than likely. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So hub had disappeared.
I did, because I was gonna check, because I know you said you were gonna do those other drives, and I wasn't sure if you had or not, and I was like, so, and I'm sitting there with the MAM, and I turn to my right, to check the hub to see if you'd taken those hard drives out, and I was like, oh, the hub is not there. So I actually did end up taking a trek up to Central Storage and saw the hub area, which looks good. And I checked the hub there for the hard drives, and I was like, no, it looks like he did process those. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And I figured you had. I just wanted to double check that just in case you hadn't. I just wanted it. I figured I'd spin those up if you hadn't, but you had, so it's all good. And
yeah, I passed two. About 2:30 this morning. I managed to finish them all.
Nice.
Well, it literally did take over an hour. Oh, here's the train.
Yeah.
Which one's this one? 3. So this is handy. But what I've done at the moment, Fields, is I was meant to show you or tell you or whatever. On the timetable at Grassfields, the trains wait a minute after they've loaded to stagger them out. It seems to be working that way. Then they're not all. They seem to be hammering each other at Central, and the system's been struggling. So even with a minute, like 60-second wait, it's managing to cope. But this, like I said, the 60-second wait will change because I know we're gonna have a lot more trains like running up and down this line pretty soon, probably coming past Graphs Fields and
Yeah.
Central and
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. So, as you commented on Discord earlier, I was in the modeler for Satisfactory because I've been using SF Tools to kind of figure out a bunch of shit, but I figured I'd look a little bit more deeply into the modeler because there's a couple of little things when I'm doing on SF Tools. The thing that I struggle with is if I want to quickly test out like an alternate recipe, like if I want to just branch off and say, well, what if I do the input this way or that way? Like there's not really an easy way to do that within the current thing. Like I have to, probably the easiest way to do that and to cross compare is to like create a copy of what I'm currently working on for a new tab and then tweak that one and then kind of bounce back, which works. And also there's just some other stuff like I want to be able to like limit certain things more easily. Anyway, I was looking at the modeler again because I knew, I was like, well, I know I can kind of do that in the modeler. Let me spend some more time in there. So I am starting to like the modeler. I think both SF Tools and the modeler obviously have their place.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say like, oh, the modeler is better or SF Tools is better. Like they definitely have their place depending on what you're trying to accomplish. The one thing I'm liking about the modeler is I can more easily work backwards. Because SF Tools, you pretty much need to kind of like say, like, it's going to auto-calculate a bunch of things for you, which is nice. And that's a big benefit of SF Tools, is that if I say, like, I want 10 per minute reinforced plates,
yeah,
it's just going to go ahead and, like, create you a layout for doing that all the way down to how much ore you need using base recipes, right? And then you can toggle alternate recipes on and off and stuff like, you know. And that's really nice. And that is a big benefit, obviously, of SF Tools.
yeah,
The modeler, on the other hand, works a bit differently. So instead of like saying, oh, I want to make reinforced iron plates, and it generates a chart for me, I literally just slap down a node and I say, I want to make reinforced iron plates, and I tell it which recipe I want to use,
yeah,
and then I literally just have one node for iron plates. That's it. But there's then inputs. It'll then show little icons for the inputs on that node of, let me go with frames because that's what I'm looking at in front of my face at the moment. So modular frames. So I'm using the steel frames, steel frame alternate recipe. So if I slap down that node, it basically just tells me like, oh, okay, for inputs, I'm going to need reinforced plate and I'm going to need steel pipes, right? And the neat thing is if I go ahead and literally just on that node say, actually no, well, I can just copy paste that. So I can literally just say, put a number underneath because it's going to start at 1, but I can say, oh, okay, well, you know, it'll tell me how many I need. So at 1, I need 2 per minute reinforced iron plate. I need 10 per minute a pipe.
yeah,
Right. Well, I can easily just type a number down below, which is not the per minute on the node. That's how many machines. Because I'm looking at an assembler, right? So I'm like, so I can literally say, well, okay, well, how much resources does it take if I do 10, or if I do 15, or if I do 20? And then suddenly I can see, oh, okay, well, if I do 10, now I need 20 of this and 100 of that, right? Well, then I can actually drag out from those nodes and then choose a recipe I want to use. So I can say, oh, okay, steel pipe. And that fulfills that and tells me how many manufacturers I need on this new node, plus an input of the steel. Then I can drag out the steel. Then I can drag out the next node. So I can kind of work backwards, and I can also much more easily determine. It also allows me to lay out the machines. So like obviously SF Tools, like I can't really split off. Like oftentimes, like we, you know, like if you're dealing with the belt limit, which is usually what the limit ultimately is going to be, right? Is so if I'm dealing with a 480 line I can literally just say, well, I want the limit to be 480 on this particular thing, or I can split it to where I can have 2 different nodes to handle the 2 different things, so I can see how many machines I need per belt, then going into that final product. So it actually allows you to kind of lay out and kind of split out all the different things. Anyway, really cool stuff. But it is leading to the more, because I'm looking at frames and I'm looking at heavy modular frames. What?
Was my group was gonna.
I don't know, a couple hours.
Oh, everything that's coming into central storage right now is just going for sync.
Yeah.
Everything's full.
Cool.
Until
well,
we
that's
had,
good. More
until we
coupons.
had, yeah, until we had like heavy modular frames and modular frames to that equipment.
Right. Yep, fair enough.
But that train sat there. So everything's full, concrete's full, so you know, we're good on that front. Yeah, I have a question. Another question. I know, I'm full of questions. You know, you have to do the injections for Beth, yeah?
Yeah, for the B12, yeah.
Does she ever get any sort of soreness, swelling, or pain around her injection site that she's mentioned to you?
Well, I mean, she usually always gets, like, when I first do it, she always gets, like, a bump. And that's pretty common. As far as any sort of, like, soreness, I don't know. I'd have to ask her about that. I know, like, if she gets, you know, I mean, that can not necessarily be uncommon, because I know, like, both of us, if we get, like, the booster shot for, like, the COVID stuff, you know, there's, like, arm soreness that can last through sometimes to the following day, yeah. And so there is that.
Say I had my new start my new medication, and on the injection site, because it can go in my arm now. So rather than my leg, it can go in my arm. And yeah, it's feeling a little bit tender around the injection site, and I was, because didn't usually get that even off the old medication in my leg. I didn't get the soreness or anything, so I was just sort of wondering if, you know, if that was the sort of case with Beth as well. Did she get a little bit of tenderness and swelling? I mean, he did say that.
I mean, she does get swelling. I mean, I can absolutely say that, because, like, I mean, right after I do, you know, the injection, there's, like, a little bump there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would imagine that there might be, like, a little bit of soreness, you know, with that.
He did say that it can be a slight side effect of it, but he said it'll go, you know, it'll disappear in a couple of days. But I was just curious if that was the same as well there.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be.
You're still down at the field.
Yep. So I just turned all the, because I still had 4, while I was down here mucking around, I had 4 generators offline. And I turned those back on because the fuel production looks like it's holding steady now at 100%. But now that I've turned those back on, I'm sitting here staring at the problematic fuel, the fuel generator. Because there's basically the end of this particular bank, or group within the bank, was starving on oil. Well, no, I'm at the fuel generation, not the generators.
I thought
But, well, yeah, as far as the, but I'm not even talking about, obviously,
you're on about refineries, basically.
Yeah, because obviously the generators were starving, but that's because the refineries creating the fuel was starving on oil.
Yeah. I don't know, I would, you sort of knew what you meant, but I'm a little bit confused, but, you know.
So, yeah, it's all good. The,
Because you said fuel gener. You said
yeah, I
fuel
might. Yeah,
generators,
sorry.
so that's
Yeah,
what it could
because
be.
I was thinking about the machine that generates the fuel.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the refinery is so because its efficiency is back up to 100%, and I'm just holding now that I've turned those power generators back on. I'm sitting here at the refinery that was problematic to see if that's going to dip.
Which bank did you put back on? Or which bank for, I should say.
Well, the fuel generators.
Oh, you mean the...
So so there was 4 fuel generators, power producers that I turned off on the 3rd floor. Because at some point I was testing to see if maybe I just needed to take a couple off and rebalance it and see if that would work. That did not work. But I still had 4 of them off that I just turned back on.
yeah. Well,
So, but I never turned off any of the refineries.
oh.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
trying to be clear because I know we're getting confused between generators and refineries. So
Yeah, because the pipe up here now seems very full, saturated up there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm obviously on the 3rd floor, just looking.
Well, yeah. I mean, it probably should do. I just need to make sure that it stays that way now that I've with those 4 back online. So far, I mean, what I'm seeing here, I mean, this looks okay, but it looks like this might be dipping on the oil, but I gotta check.
Bang. 3rd row, closest to building. That oil is definitely not. I mean, it's managing to keep up, but it's not. The pipe's not saturated. But the pipe is saturated.
Which pipe isn't saturated?
All the rest down there, down the end of the line.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it never will be.
This pipe is that I'm stood on.
Yeah, it will be.
The rest of them
Yeah, they never will be.
yeah,
Because you're dealing with a full pipe, and then it's basically being part of it's being consumed here, then here, so you're getting less and less with each one. But this bank is fine. Like, I've never had a problem with this bank. It's this middle bank that was the problem. So it was the last one on this middle bank because that specific pipe wasn't getting full throughput. So I mean, it looks like it might be holding steady now because I'm checking the numbers because every time it dips down, it dips to a specific number, and I'm trying to see if the number it dips down to real quick is going down. And it looks like it might be, but it might be holding steady. It's fluctuating a little bit, which might be fine, but because it
7 point something. It's 7 point something. I just cannot.
yeah, it was 7.7. It's fluctuating between 7.7 and 7.9. Yeah, and then I just saw 7.6. So yeah, and that's my concern. Is it looks like it's very slowly
7.7
trickling
again.
downward.
But then it went to 7.7 again,
Yeah,
and then 7.5.
and I just 7.8. I just saw 7.8, and you and I aren't even seeing the same numbers. I just saw 7.9. So maybe it's okay, and it's just fluctuating between which is fine if that's the case, because it seems like because it doesn't seem like it's consistently going down. So
That's weird
that looks
we're
like
not
that
even
might
seeing
hold
the same
steady.
numbers.
I'm not too surprised, only because it's hard to keep that completely in sync, because there's a little bit of clientness going on. So fractional values like that, yeah, I'm not too surprised there. All right.
I'm not 7.5. 7.5.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a 7.5.
5, 7, 7.3, 7.5.
I mean, the only thing we can do is let it run and see what happens. I mean, at this point, it's if it is going down, it's going down by such a small margin that it's going to take a while before a problem presents itself. So, right now, everything is stable at 24.9. So we'll see. I don't really want to. I'd rather just walk away from this right now because I don't really want to spend more time than is strictly needed at this place.
Not just that he, you know, server reboot time will tell.
Yeah.
Did you put an extra thing up there?
Yeah, it's an accident.
Ah.
Yeah, I was working on the wall / roof on the 3rd floor.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, it's just a bit of a whoops. So I don't know. I mean, I'll slowly over time come back and probably finish this building.
I need to head back up at Central. I've not seen the hub area during night. You know, when I put them lights in, I was in daytime doing it.
Right.
I never got a chance. I should have done it at night, really, but
yeah, but I mean, there's way less night than daytime. It's
exactly
easier said than done to.
I mean, I put the little extension on the processing building, so you can literally just you can literally just go in there, dump creature parts in, and it'll now process it all. I took the creature parts that we had from Tuesday. Had to think of the day there, and ran it through the system to do a test.
Yeah.
And yeah, works all right. Works fine.
Oh, sweet. So sorry, I was half paying attention. So you got the creature parts.
Yeah. So
we can do from creature parts now, so we don't have to do the protein.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And then it'll automatically just create the protein, and then the protein and you know the slugs will just filter and power shards, and you know. So,
sweet.
Yeah,
very nice.
It all works.
Well, that's good.
Took a bit of scratching though. Because I was like, well, how the friggin' hell am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? Because I know it doesn't seem, you know, it seems quite an easy setup, but it's like in the space I had at the time, it's like, well, if anybody's accidentally got protein, so say if Willow's still got protein on her, and she needs to, if she accidentally dumps it in there, it's gonna clog basically the protein won't go through. So I had to make sure there was thinking, how the hell am I gonna put the backup in place to, just in case that's happened.
Yeah.
And I've managed it.
Yeah, good job.
It took a bit of head scratching, but if I'd have planned it out that way at first with the creature parts, okay, sorry guys, give me a second. Look, what a place to crash me!
Did you crash?
What a place to crash me on the power line. Where the hell?
Oh yeah, I just saw in the stream. Yeah.
Is that going to kill me?
Yeah, I think you'll be okay there.
Or will it have put me on the ground?
It'll probably have you falling, but I think that's a survivable fall.
It's unusual for the game to crash. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean? It's unusual for it to crash. Especially considering that the amount of time I have actually spent in the game and it's not crashed on me.
Yeah, I mean, it is largely pretty stable.
Shit, no, that put me Oh, no. Have we actually got that hard drive? That's the question.
Which hard drive? Yeah, I got it marked. It's on the map. Yeah, it's marked as recovered. Yeah, the one you're...
Okay.
Yeah, the one you're near, it's labeled as recovered on the map. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Because I was gonna hop on a train and head down to Grass Field, and I'm like, okay, I can do that, but what's my plan?
Train's just coming, hasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it was a computer train coming.
Yeah, CFCS1, yeah.
Five. Train 5's on its way up.
Holy shit.
But
So, at the it shows the resource nodes in the area, and I was just noticing just north of central storage, there's a whole bunch of iron nodes, and they're all pure.
yeah,
There's 6 pure iron nodes, like, and a pure copper node, and there's a pure limestone node and 3 normal limestone nodes. That's, man, that is I think I know why. That's got to be the yeah, that's the Northern Forest starting area. That's why. Yeah, I forgot how rich that location was. Yeah, shit. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. So maybe you can help me here. So obviously we want to get some heavy modular frames.
yeah.
And we are at a stage right now where we can like think about like some larger scale production and some other things. So so I've been trying to look at like heavy modular frames from kind of a larger standpoint. Well, I started looking at it, and obviously the other things that we want is aside from heavy modular frames, we want modular frames, right?
Yeah.
And so when I was playing around with SF Tools, there was my recipe was focusing a lot on making the heavies, but there wasn't really a lot of extra of the frames. And I'm like, well, let me think about this differently, and that led me to go play around with the modeler.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about this a little bit differently in terms of, okay, let's just start with, let's create just a modular frame factory. Like, let's see, how can we maximize a modular frame factory and make a lot of modular frames that would be more than enough to also feed doing heavy modular frames, right?
Yeah.
So let's think about that factory as a separate unit. So looking at that, I have a recipe that for this, and the input would be for all of this. Let's see. Oh, I don't have. Oh no, that's fine. So the input for this would be. I don't have that connected together. we've got 268 iron ore. If we're using the pure iron, and this is using the pure iron recipe, so we would also need water, and that would be about a little over 4 water pumps, so 5 water pumps, 1 underclocked. And then we need 432 limestone, we need 320 coal, and because of the nature of the recipes I'm using, we would also need 320 copper ore, which are all things that are relatively easy to acquire. Now, do you want to know how many frames that's going to make per minute?
What, 100 frames a minute?
144.
Ah, right, okay.
So yeah, you're in the right ballpark. Good job. So yeah, that'll be 144 frames per minute. So that's a lot more than we've done before. Now doing with doing 144 frames per minute, this would allow us to then, using that as an input, I started working on some heavy modular frames.
Yeah.
Now, we can do heavy modular frames. We can crank that all the way up to about 40 heavy modular frames per minute.
If I had to guess, I would probably have taken half or less of 144.
Yeah, so it's about a third, roughly. And and that's going to use 105 modular frames per minute. So now that still leaves us about 40 per minute overhead that could go into our own stockpile, right? Which that seems like plenty. And but that would give us 40 per minute on heavy modular frames. Now that, of course, is also the recipe I'm looking at there, and I still got to tweak it because right now it's using a lot of concrete. Because that recipe uses it's the heavy encased frame, which uses modular frames, encased industrial beams, steel pipes, and concrete. And the amount of concrete we need in total is hold on, let me just rejigger this. Put that there, put that there, put that there. So yeah, because we need like 800 concrete per minute, which is kind of insane. Which means we need, even using the wet concrete recipe, means we need like 1,300 limestone per minute and 1,000 water per minute. I mean that's doable because that's split between 10 refineries, well 11 refineries doing concrete. So you can split the water up accordingly, because you don't need 1,000 for one machine, right? So you can split that up and do the logistics there. But
I mean, thinking.
Oh, I don't know yet. So because this is so I'm not done with my tale yet.
Okay.
So this led me to start thinking, because we need a lot of different things, because the other thing we need is in both of these recipes we need a bunch of steel. Like this recipe with the pipes is going to take roughly 350 steel per minute. The modular frame one is going to be like 500, almost 600 per minute steel. So this starts leading me to think backwards and be like, well, maybe we should start thinking, and this is where I need your help to be like, maybe we scale down, or maybe we do something different, or yes, I agree, right? So I need you as some ballast here. So thinking backwards, I was like, okay, well, what if we start thinking about even a little bit more granular in terms of these factories where maybe we have a dedicated steel factory that spits out a whole bunch of steel, right? And maybe we have a and to feed that we have a dedicated ironworks factory, right? And so because playing around on that idea, this one, yeah, I think it was this one. So if I use because obviously if we start thinking about our belt limits, so if we go backwards and we start thinking about iron ingot, right? So the question is, okay, so iron ore, we've only got 480 iron ore that can come on a belt. So what's the most amount of iron ingots we can get out of 480 on a belt, right? Now using the alternate recipes for the pure iron ingot, we can actually get, we can turn 480 iron ore per minute into 891 iron ingots per minute. So we can get nearly 900 iron ingots per minute. So we can actually basically almost get 2 belts worth.
Yeah, because we're stuck for pushing to Mark 5s.
Until aluminum, because we need aluminum sheets
Yeah.
to do MK5s.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're stuck on that front.
Right. Now the other thing we do, and then it's like, well, is do we continue to just kind of half build some shit to try and get to aluminum so we can get MK5 belts? Right, what's our pathway? Because what would be the bare minimum? If we wanted to go down that route, if that was the answer, I'm not saying it is, but if that was the answer, what is our pathway to MK5 belts? Because obviously we need to unlock what we got up there right now, bauxite refinement, and then MK5 belts are another tier 7 thing, which needs 200 aluminum sheets, 400 industrial beams, and 600 reinforced iron plates. So realistically, if we were to set up an aluminum factory and start producing aluminum sheets, that would get us towards doing MK5 belts, and then we could start thinking about bigger
Dedicated factory.
So do we do that?
I said we move towards aluminium.
Okay. So we scale back, we build some baby stuff, and then we start thinking bigger with MK5s.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I needed to know.
Because, in here, looking through the alts, did you say pure iron ingots?
Yeah.
You hadn't taken that.
Is that on the list? I didn't see it on the list.
I've just seen it.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. Yeah, I expected that to be further down. I missed that totally. Yeah, pure iron ingots. Cool, I'll take that. Because yeah, we absolutely want that. And then which I might not give a damn if we're not at this stage, but we still want it overall in the grand scheme of things. And then what else do we want? Yeah, I did want the steeled frame. That's largely what I've been looking at there, so I'll take that one. And then I need... I'm trying to figure out what else we need, or what else we wanted. Because a lot of it was... So if I go back to you... Yeah, steel frame. We already have the heavy encased frame recipe. We have encased industrial pipe. Oh, I do want that one. Don't think.
Sure.
Oh, here it is. Encased industrial pipe. So I want that one. And then. Oh, I already have steel screws. And then we already got solid steel. And steel beams. What? More than what?
Brain's been damaged from depot, than we.
No, we don't got much.
So you know, 3 spare.
Wait.
500 rubber.
Yeah. 250 motors and 100 computers.
Computers aren't going to be a problem. Computers?
100. 100.
50 motors. That's why it's confusing me now, because I'm struggling to find what I'm looking for. You know,
You can search.
I
you know.
know. I was about to say there is a search thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be an entire 100, 150, 200, 2. That'll fill up again.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Well, that's good to know.
Which way are you heading? Or where are you?
I'm going to your new processing thing. Okay, so I can just dump any sort of creature parts in here. So
Yeah.
Okay. Boom, boom, and then slugs. Boom, boom.
Yeah, because I have it set for all the slugs to just go forward. Anything that's like stinger remains or anything, I'll go forward.
Yeah.
And into the relevant things, and
Cool.
then goes round to the. They go round to the bins at the back.
Cool.
Obviously, because the amount of stuff you get, that's why I put the 2 extra bins on. Because if you're looking at like how many power shards we've actually got.
Yeah, I noticed before that we've got quite a bit of them.
Yeah. A fair bit of...
Like I'm kind of surprised, honestly, given the fact that, given how many power shards we have just from slugs. Like, I'm surprised that,
Much more.
I'm surprised that, like, there's a whole system by which we can make them later on.
Yeah.
Like, because they did add in 1.0, they added the ability to actually make them as an endgame product, which is interesting. But I think you can also sync them, so I think it is a pretty heavy sync item if you're going that route.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. It's just, I'm thinking we already have, like, so many, like, I feel like we already have more than we're ever going to use. I mean, maybe not. I mean, because I've been trying to be a little bit more open to the overclocking than I have in the past. Because I think the last time we played, I was really reluctant on wanting to overclock shit. And so I've been trying to be a little less reluctant on that. So that's why, like, when I did the fuel factory, like, I overclocked all of the oil pumps to, like, maximize the amount of, you know, fuel we're going to generate. You know, just try. You know, I'm trying to think big. You know, I'm trying to get out of my box and not just build what we need, but, like, build for the future so that we, you know, have, like, just, you know, crazy amounts of shit. But anyway, so I need to scale down all of this, and going on that route, I think I will work with. So if I do, okay, what do we need? So we need roughly one. We cap that. That'll be 33. So the other thing I like about the modeler, for example,
Yeah.
is you can, because it's based on, like, machines, when you're looking at the node, you can put in a cap number on the machines. So, like, for instance, I dialed down the amount of machines for making frames down to 12, so we'd be making 36, just to bring the numbers smaller and deal with a smaller factory. Well, that also meant that looking at water, now there was 1.07 pumps needed,
Yeah.
which is kind of dumb. So the natural question is, well, if I only use one pump, what do I get, right? Well, the nice thing is I can actually just put one into that node, and then it recalculates the rest of it. So now I know, instead of getting 36 frames per minute at the end, I have to underclock. It's going to be 11.22 machines, and I'm only going to get 33.67 with the one water pump, which is kind of cool. I like the I do like that. I'm trying to give some kudos to the modeler, because I was being unfair to it in the past, I think.
It took that long.
Oh.
All power shards.
What do you mean?
You need that. Just doing yellow power slugs.
Yeah.
They're only running at 67% efficient. Huh? That's why. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say the clock speed's down to 1%.
How did the clock speed get down to 1%?
I don't know. I mean, maybe accidentally
I did.
did it at some point. But yeah, 1200 seconds. What?
It's just now broke, isn't it?
No, it's just, it was already in process, so changing the clock speed isn't going to affect it till it goes to the next process. So yeah, if you take it out and put it back in, there you go. Yeah, it won't ever affect the current cycle.
1.2, Jesus.
No.
Alright,
So
Well, I'm
you don't want to take 1200 seconds.
no. So, do you know where we're going? Because I'm coming with you.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go back up to we'll start focusing on some iron production for now. So we're gonna go back to grass fields, and we're ultimately gonna be heading back up to all right, which train is in?
4 and 1. It's 4. Oh no, 4's gone. 1's in.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, I'm on 1.
Obviously before the tunnels.
Yeah.
I didn't intend, you know, when I built the tunnels, I wasn't intending for somebody to be riding the top.
Yeah. I mean, I do like our train network so far. And so far so good. I mean, you know, knock on wood, but we haven't had any crashes or anything.
I think it's because we tested as well.
Oh yeah, I'm glad we tested, but
It's just, yeah, even with a server, sometimes it gets a little bit weird.
Oh, yeah.
Even with them leaving like central storage, if they all get there, if they're all in there, it's like, okay, who's going where? And it looks like one of them's going, then it'll suddenly spring back into the station, and it's like, yeah. I mean, I did see one hit. One train hit the the carriage, but it didn't affect it because it was the server trying to figure out, you know, like what it usually does, where you get that strange jolt back because that's what it suddenly did.
yeah.
It's like, oh, don't crash there, and then next minute it jolts back. I'm like, oh, thank God.
All right, I'm gonna hop out here at the bend.
Just make sure you don't. Make sure you can move.
Yep, I can move. It also dawns on me, and I think you tried to hint at this at some point that I never really picked up on at all, which was obviously we don't have trains running over to get the silica and plastic and rubber. Which I think might be what you meant by what do you want to do about plastic and rubber? But my brain was not connected to the concept of trains. Like, I had no idea you were talking about trains. I was like, so I was just thinking from the standpoint of like, well, nothing. I mean, they're just going to continue to make plastic and rubber. So yeah, I totally just forgot about trains.
I don't know what you do with that area down there, so it's just going to be a case of, well, you know, whether that gets expanded or...
Right.
I'm looking at how much concrete you're yammering through right now. It should keep up, because it was full.
Right. Oh, good. Yeah, this. Yeah, that's fine. So it's a Caterium node. I just want to make sure that, should we want to use it, this doesn't get in the way. No, we can still tap off of this if we need it. Okay. Cool. That was my only concern.
Did you get that hard drive over there?
Yes.
Could check the map really, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we did. Which is kind of weird because it just shows up as a new marker. Guess we name it.
Maybe I forgot. I certainly endeavored to name them as I went along.
It's in the colour of a recovered colour anyway, so you know, there's no danger there.
Yeah. Let me do this. Good. Now we can do. Yep.
So the bin is full, so
Yeah. And right. And the problem, the real bottleneck there is that we can only. Like we're at maximum upgrades for depot, so we can't get concrete into the depot any faster than we're already doing it. So, but yeah, as you can see, I chomp through concrete really fast doing these train lines. All right. Well, I'll hold it there. I'll let the concrete breathe. And so this is.
Depends where you're going for.
So, well, I'm not entirely sure where that's going to be going. What?
Like killed it, it ended up like flipping,
Oh, yeah, it didn't on my screen.
like round in circles.
Oh, yeah, I just saw it on the stream. Okay, so I tapped off of these three pure iron nodes up here.
Yeah.
And what I was going to do is I was going to run this down to the sea. And I was going to do a platform down there in the ocean. And basically, even once we scale up, we can do a small version now, but my thinking is this is be ironworks. So like we'd maximize generating, because like I said, from one belt of 480, we can get like almost 900. So I think I calculated we can get like 5.5 480 belts worth of iron ingots out of those 3 nodes, which is kind of crazy. Okay. No, probably. No, yeah. It's got to be something over there then.
Which one? What are you watching on? Twitch, YouTube, or you want to be Twitch?
Twitch.
Or YouTube? All right. Okay.
So mainly because I'm used to us only streaming on Twitch,
Yeah.
so I kind of forget that YouTube is an option.
Should have said fire in the hole. Okay. Fire in
Yeah.
the hole. Ideally, we should be chainsawing some of this down and collecting stuff, but
Why?
exactly.
Yeah, like, I mean, at this stage, it basically just fills our inventory with wood and leaves that we don't really need to use for anything.
Apart from if we were to ever do liquid biofuel.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, because I've not accounted for that in central storage, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't account for. Because I knew that was a case of maybe that was something we didn't do. Is that shallow
Right.
enough down there?
Yeah.
We say, oh yeah, we'll let the concrete rest, but here we are making concrete.
Yeah, but I mean, this is different than yeah. You can start filling in this area here, going out that way. I don't know. Do another 5 out, and then fill the available space from here over. That should give us enough of a platform for now for some basic production here. You've gone too far this time. No.
So you know, I can't remember what the hell it was.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So, hello.
Oh, the developer direct. Oh.
Okay. Simulator.
What's it called?
Stonk. Simulator.
I don't know if I'm getting that second word.
STONK.
Alright,
Stonk
that's why
as
I
in-
wasn't getting that word.
Stonk
Yeah, that's what I thought you might have
as
been.
in money.
Okay, if you say so. I'm not familiar with that word.
Yeah, fair enough. Stonks as in money. Stonks.
Yeah, that's not a word I've encountered before. Coming soon.
Been told by them and they want me to have a look.
Game Stonk. Experience the thrill of running a video game store. Think you can handle the pressure? Get ready to stock up, sell out, and sometimes, yeah, screw up. I don't know. Maybe. I've heard, what is it, the trading card shop sim? I've heard a lot of good things about that one. I haven't really looked too closely at it, but I've seen a lot of oh wait, no, is this, no, this one's different. What was the other one? Or is it, or is this the one? Because this one, the one I'm looking at says planned release, but I thought the one, I thought there was TCG.
TCG.
There we go. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. No, that says coming soon too. Wasn't there one that's already out?
Sure.
I thought there was. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, TCG Card Shop Simulator. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that one's rated really well. That's 97% positive with 33, almost 34,000 reviews. Jesus fuck. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that one. Is that yeah, that's single player. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh well. By the way,
Keep yourself at a safe distance.
all right, good to know. I'm at a safe distance.
Down towards the water.
No, I'm the opposite way off the platform.
All right, okay. Fire in the hole. That worked. Almost.
Nice. Yep, you missed a spot.
Good deforestation. Now, it's lucky we don't have the nuclear obelisk, because that would have been crazy radioactivity there.
Yeah, it would have.
Just a spot over here as well. As long as you're over there, I'm alright. It's unusual because apparently they'd seen like BTS or like construction sim stuff had done.
Oh, okay.
But I was guessing that it was Twitch. They'd probably seen it on.
Right.
Fire in the hole. Just because it was not just Game Time UK, it was actually Game Time UK Plus,
Oh.
which is my Twitch. But I haven't been on, haven't.
Actually, no, I won't do that.
No. Yeah. I'm working it down. Give them a bit of feedback on it.
Yeah, constructive feedback though is good.
Yeah. Or just go out and absolutely shit on the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wouldn't go and do that because I'm not that type of person. I mean, I know a lot of people probably thinking watching the Construction Sim series on YouTube that perhaps we have been quite too long critical of Construction Sim in a few times. But we actually haven't.
Actually, we'll do it that way. Right.
Said, oh yeah, the game needs a little bit of optimization work here and there, and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between like, you know, like being a dick and just like pointing out where there's, you know, shit needs to be improved, you know?
Yeah, we have done the whole joke of, you know, like, developer fix your shit sort of thing.
Sure.
As a joke, we've not meant that in any nasty form. Because obviously it's me, Alan, and David that play that, and it's, you know, it's just, we get it, but it proves, in a way, it kind of proves, because even my machine, and you know what type of machine my machine's like.
Oh, yeah.
If it's, there's points where it's struggled, even with my machine.
Yeah.
And that's
that's not good.
Yeah. But it's been, you know, and that's what it's been, you know, it's not been, you know, oh yeah, your game's a piece of shit because it can't run on the machine I've got. It's just like, okay, well, you know, maybe the game needs a little bit more optimizations. Even like the multiplayer side, like the networking side, because obviously both of them are connecting into me when we do that. We're not running on any type of server or anything like that. They're
Right.
both connecting into me. Both of them have high-speed internet like me, like you know, like I do. And And it's just a bit like, well, fire in the hole. And it's just like, yeah, if it's just network, you know, certain optimizations like networking, which we know, you know, between host and client, we know stuff isn't going to be perfect, but
Yeah, well, I mean,
you
in
know,
an ideal world it is, but yeah, I mean, it realistically never is. Yeah.
yeah, but you know, if a game that's focusing heavily on multiplayer, there perhaps should be a little bit more of a friendlier performance network-wise.
Right.
Just because sometimes if they've tried to do something, and they've accidentally excuse me, I don't know, say they accidentally dropped a beam, the game will not then allow them to re-pick up said beam. Only the host can then go back and pick it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean about certain little optimizations in that, like that, over the network type thing. You get shot, didn't you?
Yeah, this was fine here, but there's a bit of a bulge here. That's what she said.
What to say? Sounds like something you would say.
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks, I fell off the ladder. Surprised you can do that from down there. Whoa. No. Let's not go down that route. Question is though, there. Is what belt are you going to be actually running up here?
MK4s. So if you want to upgrade those. That'd be,
Oh, Not
that'd
going
be
to look
swell.
tacky, is it?
I don't know.
Got space in between the belts, you know, so it's clean. We don't want to upset any peoples. So if any peoples get upset, build one yourself.
Screw 'em. Fuck 'em.
This is our project.
Oh, RimWorld on sale.
The game or the DLCs?
Well, the game anyway. I don't know about the DLCs. But it's only 20%. Man, they're stingy on their frickin'
the
discounts.
discount.
I tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus shit. Yeah, they're no, they got it's a discount on the DLCs as well.
Yeah, but how much have they got? How much is the discount on the DLCs?
So, well, like between 10 and 15%.
That's still fucking high priced.
Yeah, trying to figure out. Don't they? I mean, they must have like what's a bundle pack? Like if I wanted. That's interesting. It doesn't seem like they have like a bundle pack that includes like all the DLC.
They never
They
do.
have like, yeah, they have the RimWorld starter pack, but that's just RimWorld and the Biotech DLC. And then
Yeah.
they've got the horror pack, which is just RimWorld and the Anomaly DLC.
Yeah,
But they don't have.
like a collection.
Yeah, like ideally, shouldn't there be?
Ideology and Can't say ideally because you know ideology.
I mean, ideologically, you know. Um,
Yeah, the starter pack. Fuck me, that's like 38 quid. It's 40.
yeah, it's still. I mean, yeah, it's
40
like
quid
20% up, but it's
just-
yeah, it's still pricey.
40 quid for just RimWorld and Anomaly. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
all the DLCs. And even the DLCs are still bloody highly priced. Anomaly.
Yeah.
See, that's weird because Anomaly's not actually even on discount. It is for the horror pack, but Anomaly itself is not on discount. And that's still nearly £20 here. The rest is like £17.99, £13.59, £13.59, and it's like, right, how long has RimWorld been out?
Yeah.
I mean, royalty at this point is 4 years, will be 5 years old next month. If I've calculated that correctly, because it's 2020. Royalty came out in 2020. Still there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You know, 2021 was Ideology. 2022 was Biotech. And Anomaly was 2024.
Hmm.
So I get why that's not on discount. But, I'm sorry, but for a DLC that's nearly 5 years old, and you're still trying to flog that horse,
Yep.
and you're still trying to flog the horse you are with RimWorld itself, considering RimWorld was 2018.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is I mean, the reason why they're doing it is because, guess what? They can.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's easy to be like, well, you know, try, you know, and it's like, people are still willing to pay. Like, they're still, like, they're only going to do discounts if they feel that, like, they kind of need to, like, you know, and clearly they don't feel that they really need to. Like, it, even at like 20% discounts, I'm sure that still helps. Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I
um,
mean, I'll hold my hands up and say I'm the sucker that fucking bought every DLC when it released, which is kind of
Right.
true. Because one of them I used royalty. I used birthday money for.
Right.
Considering the release date, it was not going to say that, but yeah, not giving that one away. And you know, it's. I was about to say, why are you putting refineries down there? But then it's like, oh yes, you're using the iron refinery water thing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
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 I was like, okay, I completely fucking forgot that. Anything you want me to do?
Probably. So I'm trying to figure out how best to kind of lay this out. And I'm probably overthinking it because ideally I should just, you know, I think we're probably just going to deal with one bank for right now because this is going to net us so much iron that if we're doing small, we'll just worry about the one bank. So we're going to be doing 14. So this is going to be 480 iron ore in. And then we're going to be dealing with 13.71, but basically 14 refineries.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, and I just want to get the spacing right, because obviously I can come here like this, and we can kind of merge in, you know, like that, right, for the items. But then obviously we're going to need the piping. And so I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out how best to deal with that. And it might be one of those things where I can probably do, hold on, splitter. If I do this,
The
I'm going
problem
to split
is
this out. I'm going to bring this out to here.
what you want to. No, you see, we're level. Never mind. We're level, aren't we here? So we.
Because I still want to make sure that I'm coming in from the top. And we are going to have to kind of like split this a bit. Because we have 14 refineries, but we're going to be dealing with like 2.29 pumps. Or actually, no. No, we don't need to split this. What am I thinking? Because only 274. So yeah, no, it's only going to be on one line. Never mind. I'm being weird. And so if I do something like this,
Yeah, but isn't it a general rule of thumb? If you've got weird numbers, you always round up.
what do you mean?
What's your number?
What am I rounding up?
What's your what's your total input?
Well, there was a lot of rambling there that I did, so I'm not sure what you're referring to.
You said, all right. Let me use the water then. You said we only need to put. Was it 2.29?
Yeah, well, that's the amount of pumps. Yeah, so we need 3 pumps.
Right. So we need. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I meant by rounding up.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're good with the 14 refineries.
Yes. Yeah, because it's 13.71 refineries.
Right. So that's why we got to 14. Right. Okay. So you are right. Yeah, you are rounding up. That's.
Yeah.
It's all right. I was just slightly confusing myself because I'm thinking, is he rounding up or is he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just.
No, yeah, I'm rounding up.
And that's why I said, isn't it a general rule of thumb? If you've got odd numbers like that, you always round up.
Yeah.
That's what I was meaning by that.
Yeah. It just for some reason I was thinking when I was looking at the water number, not the pump count, but the. I think I was confusing myself with another setup that I was looking at earlier, where for some reason I was thinking we're going to need more than one pipe to feed this, but we don't, because the total amount of water is 274, which means that'll fit on an MK1 pipe.
One pipe, yeah.
Right. So, yeah. For some
Eventually-
reason, I just kind of confused myself there as far as how that goes.
Yeah, eventually we'll have to go to MK2s if we ever want to scale.
Yeah.
Which?
Well, I mean, for these banks, well, yeah, because if we scale up from, yeah. Anyway, yes, probably. Whatever. Yes. Yes is the short answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this would be the input line. I think that looks okay. Because then we'll have water coming in. Because we're going to do water somewhere over here. So if I just do this, so it comes over these lines here. I just want to make sure that that looks acceptable. Yeah, that's fine.
So
Because then we'll have this, because this line will come in like that. And then the next bank would come around to do the next thing, right?
14,
that's fine.
How many are we putting in a bank?
14, what do you mean? One bank is going to be 14.
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to need a row of 14.
Right. So we only
Of
need.
these.
So for now, you're only using one line? No?
Yeah, I'm right. We're just going to do
Yeah.
one bank of 14.
Right.
So, because each bank can handle 480 iron ore in, and right now dealing with 480, we can do 14.
Yeah. So do you want me to put the rest in?
Yeah. So if you want us, because I just wanted to make sure that that input looked okay, and I think this will work that way. We'll copy that pattern down. So, and then the output, because we only have the one output, right? Yes, good. So then we just have the input, or rather output of, and we'll do a merger. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the tricky bit here. That's why I was looking at splitting this. Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah. Okay, so we are actually going to have to split this, right? So we're going to need, it's going to be a bank of, yeah, but we're going to, because I don't want to take up space this way, so we're just going to have a bit of a gap. So leave a gap the size of one of these refineries. Or, well, actually, yeah, so basically, yeah, if you, so how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Basically,
Yes.
if you do, for example, do that, take that one away, there's your refinery gap.
Cool, works for me.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, so because the problem is the output. The inputs are fine on the 14. It's just
It'll
we're going to be
struggle on the output.
yeah, because we're spitting out like nearly 900 ingots. So we need to split those down because we'll end up with about, and it's not going to be a fully saturated belt, which I'm not a big fan of. It's going to be like 445. Which is a bit annoying, but whatever. That's why we can't have nice things. Yeah, because each refinery is spitting out 65 per minute. That's a lot of iron. The thing we need, obviously, is we need some water pumps. So let me see if I can set this up in a way that's going to be...
That's all the refineries in. 2 banks.
Nice.
Excuse me. So in terms of like merging them, are you gonna have them meet in that refinery gap, and then perhaps, I don't know, are you gonna send them up?
Well, they're not going to meet because they have to be separate lines. It's just basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift one up. So this first bank from here will basically just kind of go up a level and travel on top. So the end of the line will end up with two MK4 lines on conveyor poles. Let's see, did I put that one right? Yeah, that one's right. So yeah, if you want to just put those mergers in. Mm-hmm. MK4s.
K4 down the main, out of the refinery. We've got 65 minutes.
Just do MK4s in the whole thing. I'm not gonna futz around with so let's just keep it simple. I know, right?
System.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to just keep it simple today. You know, I can't promise that I won't revert to my other ways, but today we're just keeping it simple.
Just to try and get it. Things. You know. Just even if this is a small setup, then later on or whatever, we would possibly come back and revise.
Yeah.
As long as we've got some shit coming in, that's fine. About here. Belt will get deleted. Just I needed a marker point for placing this in. Second rung, or do you want it dropping down back to the first?
Nah, keep it on top. I like keeping it level. So then that way, basically, yeah, the output from this one will just have you go up. That looks dumb. No, still looks dumb. There we go. Go up like that.
If you haven't already done so already, I'll go along and like copy and paste all recipes. Yes, I'm trying to think ahead, basically trying to speed the process up a little bit as well. So we're not slowed down by stuff.
Yeah. So the other thing we need once you're done with that is, yeah, I'm going to do the connections on the back, and then, yeah, if you want to work on power lines, as the other thing we got to do. So I just.
I take it are we going to be getting power from a train, or?
Probably eventually, but for now, I don't know. We're not too far off from grass fields to run a power line.
For now, if I have to, you could just run some power towers over or something.
Yeah, that might be the thing to do for now.
And then we just hold them away once train line or something.
Yeah.
So you've done.
All right. So I just heard from our missing agent. So she said, because I sent her a message on Facebook a while back saying poke, and the response I got was shit. And yeah, she overslept. She's on her way.
Fair enough. Didn't expect her. Honestly, I thought she might have called it.
Yeah.
and
No, she's just gotta
get some juice.
wake up and get some go-go juice, and then she'll be on the way.
So do you want me to go back to Grassfields and run a power tower now? While you're doing that? Or do you want me to set
Yeah.
the power lines up down here first?
I'll leave that up to you. I mean, either way.
I'll go and get the power.
Whichever you want to do first.
Might as well. Because that way... Oh, we actually am. So for now, until we get the train, I'm actually just going to stick the... Just going to be... Oh. Shit. Damn, that would have been so useful if they'd have been connected.
What?
Technically, we would have already had power. That if these had been connected into a grid, I wouldn't have had to roam back to Grassfield to get the power. The thing on the side of the train track blueprint?
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, you could have pulled off of that, yeah.
Oh well. They're not connected, so...
No, I mean, you could connect them.
That I could.
Do it that way.
I just don't know how far were Fucking Jesus Christ.
Words.
Yeah. I don't know how far they were connected at Grassfields.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, it might be easier just to run some power poles.
Yeah. There is that. Put a spare connection here. Game? Anything? I've got that. Okay. Do a quick relog, I think.
Is your shit not working?
My hotbar's not working.
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times now. I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes it'll come back if I open up my inventory and dick around. Sometimes it'll come back, but I know the last time it happened.
Got it. Yeah, I told my inventory.
So yeah, sometimes that works. The last time, even that didn't work for me because that happened on Tuesday for me.
But ease of... You're gonna be... Obviously... For now, I'm just gonna run... Just so I can get it over the distance.
Yeah.
I mean, I am gonna actually do... it is going up on the train track, unfortunately. But... I don't know where else to put it. Unless there's anywhere else. I might be able to... Down
Well, I mean, you can run it over land.
Yeah. It's easier to actually do it there. Well, I go give it a bit of distance. Get the bottom connector. Gonna clip. Not too long. Disconnect it. There. It's gonna clip, but it's temporary. Oh, jeez. Temporary.
maybe.
The Caterium Island for now. Like I say, only temporary, not staying. What did we get? Did we? Sandy bit of beach? Or is it further down? No, it's this next
what?
bit. That next bit in it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that looks good there. Okay, let's set up these water pumps. Oh, those in the back? Oh, sort of, yeah. Oh, so, sorry, I was just looking at where the water pumps were. Yeah, they're kind of, well, it's on the side, but it does seem like it's easier to run a line on the back than the t'other way. Yeah, because I wanted to do, because I want to use one power pole, but I can't do that because it's gonna want to clip. Oh, actually, no. If I do it, oh, on this side, yeah. If I do it like this, then we can go here.
Fucking get up there.
Yeah, that works.
Get up there.
Having trouble getting it up? Oh, okay.
The rookie mistake of one thing. I think there was a hog or something around here at one point.
No, probably.
Because hey, there's a note here. That hog or note?
Oh, probably.
Can't look at it.
Hello. So can't hear you.
Hi.
Hi, sleepyhead.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
We did wonder where you were because Tim said, "Oh, have you heard from Willow?" No. And you sent me that.
It was-
Obviously, you'd sent me that message on Tuesday on Facebook, and I was like, "Ooh, has she come down with the flu or something?"
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. But I know, like when you and I talked yesterday, Willow. You know, like, and I told Chris, I was like, "Well, I talked to her yesterday, and she said, you know, see you tomorrow." You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think so. I'm like, I think she probably overslept. Because I know if you were just like not feeling well, I
would have said something.
Yeah, we would have gotten a message or something. Where there was no message at all, I was like, nah, she overslept.
But it was a good sleep.
Well, that's good. Hey, you know, sleep is good. Oh, sweet.
Not too
Oh,
far
that's good.
not too far from the iron.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know how you want to do it, but
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know if you want me to run another power pole or what.
Well, I set up some power poles up by the refiners. Or refiners. No, sorry. You're doing the refiners. Up by the pumps and the ore extractors I set up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So there's some power poles up here.
It's just because obviously I put that
and
power
then-
tower there, which would you'd need to then get power down to the bottom.
Because we can do... Can we do this? Oh, wire too long. I didn't think such a thing existed. Okay, so we can do... Yeah, we can go down to that one. So that'll get power to these guys. And these...
Waiting for it. It's fine. You know exactly what I mean, Tim. So what, are you
What?
actually... Oh, you're sending it stuff down now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So that's 480. Okay. So
Where is the power on these? Is it on the back or is it on the front?
on the refineries, I think it was in the... I don't know.
Front.
I think I did power pole. I think it was on the front. Yeah, because I was trying to remember. Yeah, because I did power poles on the back and discovered later that that's not where they go. So
You got it moved.
You know, it's...
yeah.
I was expecting a, where's the hub?
Considering I was standing in it when I logged out.
It was sat
I
by
come
it.
back from the...
Yeah, has its own little area now down
Oh,
at Central.
yeah, and you rebuilt the limestone.
Yeah, Tim did that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Last time.
I did. Well, I did this morning.
Oh, this morning, sorry. Because we
Yeah, we just weren't generating enough concrete.
so you don't any
okay.
animal parts like hog remains, stinger,
Yeah.
hatcher. Oh yeah, hatcher remains are actually in there as well. I forgot about that. Anything like that, just take up to the. Obviously, you'd have to go up to central storage with the into the little processing building, and just you don't have to do protein anymore. Just dump all like the slugs and everything into the storage crate up there, and
I
Yeah.
see we have a teleport machine.
A what now?
Teleport machine. That's what this is, right?
No. I don't know what you're looking at, but whatever it is sure as shit is not a teleport machine.
oh, are you on? Are you looking under power and looking
That's
at
really
the?
cool. I'm over by the train station by the stairs.
Oh, yeah, you're no, yeah,
The
it's not a,
tube.
yeah, hypertube.
So what does that do?
We'll walk up to it on the bottom.
Okay. It's a teleport.
No, it's a hypertube.
Whee! Whee! Teleport. I was right.
That's not. No, it's. You were just trying to get under my skin, aren't you?
Yes.
Because you're succeeding admirably.
She hasn't even been here 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Jesus.
That is very cool, though. I like that.
I didn't even know about that. That was a sneaky thing from
Yeah,
Mr. Tim.
Yeah, I added.
And you
added
tell
that.
me, I tell you what's changed.
Well, I would have if I remembered that I did it. So, no, my point is on that was
I
like
know.
I didn't come in being like, guess what I changed, you know, like. Let's see. So we'll do just a 1. MK1's fine. So we'll put you there,
I'm just often observant.
and then we'll do.
feeling wasn't due to medication. It's not because somebody's eating chili and it's going to affect my acid reflux.
Well,
So you've completely filled those.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
My mistake. My balls up. There you go. Yeah. I should have used the other one. I tried to get smart and then realised the fucking thing only had 7 and we had a bank of 7 and kind of forgot that we had a bank of 7 and thought we only had a bank of 6 and...
Yeah. Yeah. Womp womp.
Yeah. Miraculously.
I mean, you can use a.
I'll use an MK1
I mean, you could.
between.
I mean, you could do an MK3 power pole, and then
I
you'd
could
be
have
able to do
done,
that.
but that was high speed. I wasn't sure how many high speed connectors we actually had left.
We got 98. I mean, obviously, that's another thing we need to set up production. But yeah, I mean, because we don't have any more than 98. That is all we have to our
Yeah,
names.
That's kind of why I didn't want to jump through.
Didn't want to jump the shark. That's why I don't know. I usually just stick to the MK1s because it keeps it nice and close and tight. I don't know. Maybe.
that's a double check, huh?
For now, it'll get sorted when we rejigger the setups. But the refineries don't have power. Why do the refineries not have power?
Because I haven't connected power from up here to down there yet.
Fair enough.
So it's all good.
I thought I don't know, because I thought you had with obviously the belts.
Yeah, because I got power up here, but I haven't connected it to down there yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I do.
I was just waiting for the water to.
Yep.
Think about sound design as well in this game.
Oh,
Well, I'm literally stood at the side of the water extractor,
Yeah.
and I can only hear it in my right headphone.
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Positional audio.
And then when I face it, it's coming
It's
into
louder.
both.
Nice.
Spitting. Wow, okay, yep. It's spitting out.
Yep.
The first machine's spitting out.
Iron Ignats. Here we go.
Yay!
So it'll take a minute for the water to get to this
Oh yeah,
second bank, but
oh yeah.
all right. So this is going to be 891 iron ingots per minute.
That's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be 2 480 belts for now.
Yeah.
See, because that's the thing. Because even
'Cause
when
what
we
it-
get to Mark
what- well-
5,
Well, that's what I was just going to ask. What is Mark 5?
7, 7, 8, 7, 8. I
Is
want to
it?
say 780.
It's a short train.
Okay, let me look this up.
Is it 780 or
MP5s.
760?
No, it's 780.
Okay. Thought I was right the first time.
So we still end up with a bottleneck here. Like
Yeah.
it's still not going to be able to handle the full throughput.
Oh.
Not until we get to MK6s, which
It's 1,000 and is it 1,000 or is it?
12 something, I think.
I was gonna say, is it all between? Yeah.
I think it's 12. If I can get back to the page I was just on. I got too many tabs open. MK6. Well, la-di-da.
I just, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've got four tabs open on my laptop and none on the PC, obviously. But oh, we had some iron ingots appear.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom belt.
So yeah, we got, it's 1200 even on the MK6.
Wow.
And but the tricky bit with the MK6 is I almost feel like by the time we're gonna make MK6s, we're not gonna care anymore, because we need fix-it trigons and time crystals to make MK6 belts. Yeah. They are seriously end game belts.
Yeah,
like super cool, but
it's like the Mark. Isn't there another Marker miner?
yeah, MK3 miners, yeah.
They spit out ridiculous amounts of stuff depending on the purity.
Yeah, so well, right, because if you do on a pure node, so on a regular pure node, because if you do, and this was kind of why this was rebalanced, was previously with only the MK5s, if you overclocked, because they had the MK3 miners, but they didn't have MK6 belts. So it couldn't handle the actual throughput if you overclocked it. So now on an MK3 miner, if you fully overclock if you overclock a pure node.
Okay then.
That guy you just right, huh?
Yeah.
So you can get a full 1200 per minute out of an MK3 fully overclocked on a pure node. So yeah, so out of one node you can extract 1200 ore per minute, which is insane. That's
Don't have that machine. You imagine putting that through a proper smelter bank.
well, yeah. I mean, if we did what we're doing now.
Oh yeah.
And we do, because I can calculate it right now. All I got to do is change this to that.
To know how many smelters or refineries would have to make.
So with 1200 iron ore in, we would need 35 refineries, and we would spit out, and we'd need 685 water, and per minute, and we would spit out 2,228. Iron ingots per minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So you could almost fully saturate 2 MK6 belts worth of iron ingots. And that's just from one node.
Overclocking it.
By overclocking it. So
You ain't getting away with that now. It was just too good.
Overclock? Yeah, because the problem is I was trying to say, I was getting ahead of myself because I was thinking about the pure node part of that, so I kind of mixed pure into the overclock part, which got us to overclock.
So now? Yeah.
Yeah, we're done, right? Yeah, now what do we do? So now we want to do
You want to go in terms, do you want to go, I mean, what are you keeping this for? Are you keeping this for more refineries here?
yes. So this space here is going to be for more banks of refineries. So the idea is that from each bank we'll end up with 2 belts worth of product. So now the question is we want to turn a lot of this into this first bank. We might want to just turn all of this into
Get there in a minute.
yeah, steel. Because we want to deal with the solid steel recipe, so that takes the ingots directly. But the next question is we need a whole bunch of coal. So so now we need to figure out where do we want to get coal from?
How do we get it here?
And well, that's the question. Do we bring coal here, or do we bring iron somewhere else?
Where's the hub? Guys? Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, you're heading
Sounds
towards it.
good.
Nope, turn around. Go north. So it's
I'm
not
inside the building,
up.
so
It's okay. So it's on the bottom floor. Go down to the train level.
okay. Well, give me a minute to get back downstairs.
Yeah, go down to the train level and go north.
Can't miss it, trust me.
Apparently, you can.
I did.
Yes.
But that was the thing. You were expecting it to be in the building.
Right,
Yes.
which is how you can miss it. But
Which-
regardless, the point stands. It was missed.
Yeah, but we'd had the conversation last time that it wasn't going in the building because of the freighter going in and out, and it would look crappy when it did. That was all.
Yeah, but you could have put it on the roof or something.
Yeah, I thought about that, but no, because of the
Yeah.
other plan that I have with the roof. So
Yeah, which I
Hence-
figured. But
hence why
but
the radio
point
tower got
stands is
moved.
just like I can understand where maybe
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um,
right,
trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
yeah. So back to this: do we take the iron to the coal, or do we bring the coal here?
Okay, well, let's say I'd rather probably find another dedicated site for steelworks. So my thinking is that we figure out where the coal lives and then try and bring it. Like maybe not even worry about bringing the iron to the coal. Like maybe we figure out where we want steelworks and then we bring both the iron and the steel or the coal together to the steelworks. So yeah, and there are those nodes there,
Oh,
which I do have marked.
Yeah, but they're pretty shite.
They're not. Yeah, they are not in a great
Oh.
place.
Right.
But we
Okay.
do want a train station there anyway, because that's where we're actually going to be dealing with quartz. So you see this quartz here?
Yeah.
So that's in a cave, and the only way into that is through here. So we do want a train station somewhere in this general area for quartz production, exports as well. So that'd be the other thing, is figuring out how to do that. So I think what we need to do right now is maybe we just
What do you plan? The original Northern Forest starting area. 'Cause if we-
nothing. I mean, I there's a whole bunch of iron out there. I don't know what to do with it yet.
Yeah, because there was iron, there's iron limestone, and there is coal on that old lake that we actually originally pumped out of.
Right.
But there's two pures down there and a normal down there. Which
Right.
is it, but from here, it's a trek. It's too much of a distance, really.
Yeah.
Even for trains running out of here, we'd have to have more than one train running out of here, wouldn't we?
Maybe. So I mean, the thing is whether or not how much we care for throughput, right? Like, if there's, because obviously you can always deal with the feast or famine issue, and if we deal with a little famine on some of those things, I don't think that's a big deal. Because the only thing we really, like we talked about before, the only thing we're really concerned about from a famine standpoint is anything producing power. But if there's a momentary lag where it runs out of material before the next batch, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that's a big problem, especially if we're doing things in bulk.
I mean, the thing is, do we carry on that train line, bring it round here because we wanted a train here anyways, carry it on up to the call that you've got marked, and we train the call in?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. But again, I don't know if we want to. I mean, we got space there. I suppose we can do steelworks there. Well, okay. Well, at the very least, let's. I'm back at the train line platform.
Right.
I'm gonna just start working on extending this train line platform because at the very least, we know we're doing that.
Is there anything you want me to do here?
I
I mean, I was starting to extend the platform, but that was before we'd had this discussion.
Well, we are gonna have to figure out where we want trains. So let me bring in this line and figure out exactly where this is going to be kind of coming around. Hello. So those are going to come here and then I'm going to start bending.
Too much real estate this side, do we? Because of as we expand. Actually a neat idea. Even if we did, we could actually get quite clever. Even if we do an expansion with all refineries, we'd actually technically the train line could run over the top.
Mm-hmm. Now the question is, am I high enough right now to go over the refineries? Would be the question mark. So, or do I need to go up?
Second. You just
Yeah.
bring it. Need I should have actually got. I put a.
No, I'm too low.
Like the chimney.
Yeah, looks like it.
Binaries and block. Three foundations, aren't they?
I mean, not a full, but yeah. I mean, rounding up, yeah, they're 3. Yeah, like I can see the chimney sticking up through the... Yeah, see, I'm here, and you can see the...
You are.
Yeah, it sticks up through.
Eesh.
So, I mean, I can go up a level.
Can you? Can you do that easily with your blueprint? Because did you do? What did you do?
No, I can go up
meters?
easy enough. It going down is the hard part. Going up's easy. Da-da-da-do-do-do.
Okay, that's almost.
Probably.
I mean, even if you went up one like that,
Yeah, I think just going up 1 would be enough.
yeah, then you've got enough. Technically, you've got enough clearance there. Why does that look really weird? Oh. Yeah, because if the top of the chimney here is literally the bottom of the wall, almost.
Yeah.
Well, I'm studying it right now, but I can see the bottom of the wall.
So, like, I feel like... hold on. Now, that turns too much. Like, I wish I could go just a little bit. Hold on, let me... Well, if I do 8 instead... So I do one of these numbers... Because I want to angle just a little bit from where I'm at.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, these two don't go together. They were never built that way. All right, so if I do,
Peanut, there's no PB and J then, is it?
no. So if I do this, because this is too much of a turn, I don't want to go like that. Because I basically I want to be going like I'd like to go that way. I want to get closer to shore without like hitting shore.
Yeah.
But I think if I take out this bit. Yeah, I mean that still goes towards shore, but I think I can. If we go this way, because as long as we're clearing the machines there,
Yeah.
I don't mind it going over, and then I can go towards shore a little bit, and then I can veer back left. I mean, this is the helpful thing about being like fussy at the moment, is that it slows down how much concrete I'm using per minute. So there is that. All right, so if I straighten out here, and I come along. Like so. Yeah, then I can come closer to shore. And then I can veer back to the left again at some point.
Yo.
Okay. All right, let me stop there because I'm getting... Yeah, I don't mind if I come over the shore a little bit, but yeah, so from here, we'll veer back to the left. Yeah, there we go. And that's more in line with the direction I want to be going right here. Then we can follow the shoreline going up that way with this. And then this gives us access to start branching off where we may need it. So, and wherever we can. That's the tricky bit, is figuring out where we can branch off. Because if we want to put trains in here for the coal and the quartz, yeah, we're going to have to explore how we do that. Because I see there's a path there that we can come through. And it looks like, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze, but it looks like, well, let's see. If we come through here and then go left up that way, there might be enough space there. Okay, I need to get some more fuel so I don't get myself in trouble. So I was down to one packaged fuel left. Oh, me too. I just prefer not to.
We've got someone guarding that Mercer sphere over there, I bet.
Oh, probably. There's at least a bug nest over there that I see. But yeah, if we come up through here and then go this way, looks like there's enough clearance. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze. Like, ideally, this will fit. It's just getting the right angles to come through here with the rail line.
That. This rock formation will be non-movable.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about coming up high, so I'm not too worried about. Like, I'd be coming high on the platform.
Yeah.
So we'd be coming well over this, And then we can continue up this way. And this all seems wide enough.
Follow you up here. Run that.
Looks like snow when you were flying around there.
It does. Don't mind me.
Get down, get down. What'd you say, Willow?
Did it look
I
like
said it
snow?
looked like snow when he was coming down.
Because I was stood up on the Mercer's
Oh, yeah.
sphere thing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if we stick high through this area, above the tree line here, and then, basically, if you come up where I am,
Are you above? Further down.
come up
no,
here.
You're there.
Look at your compass. Hello.
Yeah.
And then basically, yeah, there's somebody down there. He's fine. But basically, we want to go down there because that's where the coal at the quartz is going to be down there.
Damn it, wrong time to reload. Time to step forward. Yeah.
Which arguably we could have a train station like here. Even have it high or something, because I mean, it's plenty of platform space here. Because if we're coming in high here already, we have a platform up high here. Then we just kind of produce and then belt in whatever we need from here.
Yeah.
But we're because the quartz here. The question is what we're going to be doing with the quartz, because there's 2 pure nodes of quartz down there in the cave. And we're going to need silica, and we do need the other thing, quartz crystals.
Which... Yeah. Well, 4 Noblest would take care of that. I mean, what else do we need?
Because we're going to need silica for aluminum processing.
Well, there is that.
So that's kind of why I have this area scoped out to pull silica out of here for that. So as long as we make sure that we set up some train lines to accommodate the different materials. So maybe we know that we're going to deal with silica, potentially quartz crystal, and coal. So we just if we set up 3 train stations here for those 3 products. Right.
Because...
Yeah. Words are
What
hard.
does crystal oscillators take? Is that quartz as well?
So crystal oscillators. Yeah, it's quartz crystal for the crystal oscillators. And then we also, there's a recipe that you can use them for radio control units.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing too is we can use later on this quartz purification, like we can use nitric acid.
Yeah.
To get more quartz. Which is something we may or may not want to do at some point. But yeah, basically down here, obviously, I just kind of want to future-proof a little bit, because obviously we want the coal right now, but we're going to want that quartz in not too much time.
So, well, why didn't we just tap them with miners.
Well, I tapped the quartz already with miners.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've already been through here, and I already put miners on the quartz.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's a big hog down here too somewhere if he's still roaming around. Oh yeah, there he is over there.
Yeah.
The coal's over this way.
You've got a... No, I've got the friend. Hey, don't chuck rocks at me.
Yeah, that's not how friends behave.
Oh. Hey. Does a big one always bring little ones with him for backup?
Brings all the hogs to the yard. So yeah, so we got the pure coal here, so we can pull pull a blah 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 blah.
Did you get the hard drive up there?
Yeah. So let me. Right,
I'm
painting
collecting
things.
from the. I'm collecting from the doggos right now. We get good stuff.
They get all yellowed yet.
That's true. Yeah, I'm surprised. But I think that's probably because we haven't. Well, no, that shouldn't be a limiting factor. I was going to say because we haven't unlocked uranium processing, but that shouldn't really be a limiting factor. Not with the doggos.
Did they stop?
Oh. I don't know. Doesn't seem like a thing that they would stop.
What's in that cave? I'm not going in that cave. Unless you've already been
Yeah.
in that cave.
That cave is a pass-through that goes over to the forest, but there are spiders in there, so
Yeah, I'm not going
there.
in there. No. That's your job.
Okay, so this is a pure node, so we can chuck a couple of overclockers on it to get a 480 out of this. And yeah, overclockers. Overclock.
I'll give you it gives you a full 4.8 to belt with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
which is
eventually you can
Yeah.
ham it up a bit more.
sure. But for now, yeah, thankfully we just we can just times to it. And
Yeah.
what am I? Hold on, I'm sitting here in the dark. I need to turn my
Turn your lights on.
turn my lights on here. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what this room looks like. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, so this gives us that. Obviously, we're gonna need power. But all right, well, we know what the destination is, so let's just start working on trying to bring that train line in.
Yeah, because technically you've got... Oh, that's an impure node.
Yeah, we got an impure, which I mean we might top off of at some point when we can kind of better extract its goodness.
Yum yum yum.
But for now, what was the? Because if I've got 480. The 8, 10, 9, 0.5-ish. Yeah. So that's even on Yeah, that's even Steven on that recipe. Okay, so yeah, so if you've got a full 480 belt of iron ingots, then we need 480 coal. And that'll spit out
Steel.
720 steel.
Definitely been for it because you left with me. I think you left with minutes.
Yeah, it sounds like a thing I do. Okay, I'm heading back to the train line.
Stay around here on my off.
All right, I'll keep up.
If it had been the swamp, I'd have been scooting way before you.
Oh yeah, you would have been out of here,
I'd have been gone before it even got dark.
right? Yep. Well, you know, you're afraid of witches. I get it.
Definitely, the nighttime in the game is good that it breaks it up.
Yeah. I mean, there is a mod you can download where you can like set it to any time of day, and then you can kind of like lock it there.
It was
See, oh, hello.
some UI time satisfactory. Are you fucking kidding me? This close to us?
What?
Fucking giant ass spider.
I mean, they spawn all over the place.
Yeah. Don't I know it? They fucking spawn.
They like you.
They just appear for me apparently, and yeah. Make me nearly have a heart attack. Holy crap. It's quite funny because I ended up posting that video on TikTok and No Pro turns around and goes, when did they turn Satisfactory into a horror game? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just called... Thinking to myself, yeah, run not on a dedicated server. Enemies can pop at you anywhere.
Yeah.
They did. I mean, do you want me to restart running train lines, or do you just want me to? What do you want me to?
Yeah. If you want to start running the train lines on the track we've
Okay.
already got so far, that'll be good.
And then Devon will have to come down at some point when trains station. The train from 7 at Central will have to be run down here
Mm-hmm.
automatically, obviously, not manually. I could get manually, but I'd have to be very careful. And you know my track record at this point.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yep. Train 2, Chris 0.
Yeah.
There was definitely a pun in there on purpose. Even though people would think, yeah, you probably didn't mean that. Oh no, I definitely did.
You did.
Did you like the lights at? Did you like the lights at the train station?
Yeah. Everything looks great there. Yeah, the reason I didn't recognize it is because you had the hub in red. And I wasn't looking for a red.
The reason why, because when I dismantle the hub, when you dismantle any building, it will take away the color that's already on it, so it goes
Right.
back. Goes back to default.
Right.
So to match the barriers and the blueprint designers and everything else
Yeah.
that's there, that's why they're all
Yeah,
stuff
looks good.
down there is red. I don't know why I just decided to split stuff up. But no, the lighting at when Tim first saw it, he said, "Oh yeah, it's too it's too green, which it was. The lighting setting was a preset green color, and it was like, yeah, okay. And then I completely forgot. Tim had told me ages ago that you can edit the lighting.
Oh,
And
cool.
it was a case of, yeah, I've made it the grass field green color.
Yeah.
To change any lighting colors, so like your floodlight colors you've got outside, they have to be connected into a light control box.
Okay.
It's that's the thing. Where is that? Should know where that is. Is it a light control? It's a. I don't know where Tim's gone quiet. Tim's figuring stuff out. A light
what's up?
control panel. It's called.
Right.
And then
Yeah, you should know. Yeah, I mean, I have yet to even build one.
yeah, I know. And then yeah, it was a case of on it once there's a diagram that's got a light bulb on. One side goes to your light bulb, one side goes into your actual power network. And yeah, that allows you to change your lighting colors
That's
within
cool.
your ceiling lights, your floodlights, any floodlights, any wall-mounted lights. Don't know about street lights. I think because I've never actually built the street lights.
Yeah, I think it's anything connected to the network.
Really?
So anything connected to that same power network, I think is going to change. I believe that's how that works anyway.
Like I said, I'm not sure because I've never actually built any street lights. That's the one thing in this game I've never actually built.
Really?
Yeah. I built the floodlight, wall-mounted floodlights.
Yeah.
I built the floodlight towers, obviously.
Yeah.
You've seen.
Yeah.
But the only thing I've never ceiling lights, obviously. But I think that is the only street light is the only thing I've not actually built.
Well, you should do that then.
In this game. Oh, right, okay, so, yeah. So for street lights, it says lights up factory areas and roads. Light colour and intensity can be adjusted and allows for up to 2 power line connections. So in other words, you can daisy chain them, which is generally what I tend to do when I'm doing ceiling lights or anything like that. I'd basically daisy chain them to each other. And then one will get the second connection. So the one from like the light control box the first one nearest that has the two power connections. But other than that, the rest of all them other lights in that station are daisy chained to each other.
Right.
Like I did with the batteries as well, I daisy chained them. Because it was easier to do that.
Right.
So you're gonna go there. We're definitely moving and grooving all of it. Because
That's good.
Okay.
snap you to a certain point here. Behave, game. Just actually snap it where I want you to go. Why do you have to be difficult here? Work with me. Oh wait, this game doesn't like me because I've literally abused it too much.
I was just going to say you must be abusing it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, some clipping will
May
occur
happen,
here.
but yeah,
Yeah, coming up through here is a little tight. There's a little bit of wall clippage, but yeah, I mean the whole idea of like using the using these as for the
Did I do that corner down there? Did you do it?
mm.
I did it. Oh no, I've done the exact same. It's alright. Fine. Can't you tell I'm not great with the corners? I mean, I'm trying. And if David was here, you would say, "Yeah, mate, you're trying very hard."
Well, the thing that helps often, what I do, is instead of trying to do the curves, like I'll do the other side of the curve where it's going to end up, and then
I
just
did.
kind of try and draw. Okay.
I do, but I'm wondering
good.
if I wonder if I went a bit short on that one. I could have probably gone a little bit further forward. I mean, it's not clipping the glass, but it's close to the glass,
Right.
the center bit. But it's not. I mean, oh fuck it, it'll do. If it works, it works. At the moment, stop overthinking it. Tim's changed.
That's right.
Chim, fuck, Jesus, what the?
Overcloak.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
I think that's our new term for not being able to say shit. Overcloak.
Oh. I'm about to say Tim has changed the whole dynamic for tonight. With, if it, I'm not worrying about shit. If it works, it works. Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a more neutral approach.
Come Monday, that'll change, and then by the time after the break, it might have changed even more.
Sure.
I mean, obviously,
Who knows?
during the time of me not being around, I will still leave the server on if there is anything, you want to dress up, you want to do...
Yeah, I might do. Yeah, I mean, it probably might be a good opportunity to pop in and dress some stuff up and finish some oddball projects that
The only,
Um,
obviously, the only thing we will say, we won't, the progression.
Yeah, right. I won't like build any factories or anything, but
Just any sort of outstanding projects you guys need to finish, then...
yeah, just some like my only thing is like just some cleanup stuff, like finishing up some of the decorative stuff for some of the locations.
Yeah. I mean, like, in terms of, if it's going to be, like, whenever we get the train stations done for this next area, that I'll end up dressing that up. Because you know me,
Yeah.
I've got a, I don't know, for weird reasons, I thought Central was good, but I'm rather liking that Grassfields train station for some bizarre reason.
It's nice.
I don't
it is
know.
cool.
this.
I don't know what it is with that design that I'm just like, yeah, it just
works.
Well, it's not that. If I think back to it, back when me and Tim first started with this game, I mean, I know, granted, there wasn't probably as many pieces back then,
No, there weren't.
but the train stations we would come up with were boxy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
they were shit.
You know what I mean? They were very boxy, and it was like, yeah, okay. Even factories were very boxy.
They were also a lot smaller.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hilariously, I think our largest factory is when we played this the first time is still nowhere close to some of the factories that we're working with now.
No. Well, what was
So,
that?
like,
Oh,
the fuel factory alone is like,
oh yeah.
5 times bigger than the biggest factory we built the first time around.
The biggest factory, I think the biggest factory we built, factory, was possibly building. I think it was building 2, maybe building 2, maybe building 3 at the Northern Forest.
Yeah, it was because I remember I think the
Computer
biggest one
factory?
yeah, the one I remember is, I mean, because we had that little starter area where we kept kind of bringing shit in, and we're doing steel production, we're doing that, and we kept kind of building up in that main little area we had for a while. Like we didn't spread out the way we've been doing this time.
The separate weapons factory and stuff.
Oh, we did, but like we didn't as quickly like try and like really spread out the way, like we're spreading out a lot more this time than we did the first time around, which is good. I mean, that was kind of like we learned from that experience, and it's like, no, there's a lot more of the map, there's a lot more that we can do instead of just kind of, there was a lot more time I think spent on that first little area that we did the first time around, and which is not a problem. I mean, that's fine, but
That's how you learn.
Right. But it was definitely, yeah, we that is not at all of us.
But it's obviously the game's progressed, but in terms of us, how we build as well.
Oh yeah. But I think it helps between. Right. Well, keep in mind, I mean, Satisfactory obviously was the first game you and I played together, as you know, playing anything together. So
that's a long time ago.
So we've both learned a lot of. I mean, since playing this the first time, we've done Minecraft, we've done Factorio, we've done, you know, a whole bunch of other like crafty, buildy, survival things where we've continued to further, you know, refine building strategies. And now we're kind of taking all of that, not just our original Satisfactory experience, but all of those experiences and applying that back to Satisfactory again.
Something to get you guys back into intro at some point. I
forgot about Enshrouded.
I think if we go back into Enshrouded, though, I want to obviously show you what I did in the world that we had. I would say more start again. I know that sounds weird.
No, I mean, because that's what I was leaning towards was, because I mean,
they've made changes too.
Well, they made a lot of changes, and obviously, I wouldn't want to touch that game again until they do the 1.0. Which, from the sounds of it, from where they're at, it does seem like they're probably going to get to 1.0 this year. You know, which is promising. And but yeah, I mean, I'd probably rather just start again with that game.
Yeah.
Once they hit 1.0 or whenever we're ready for it.
Yeah. It's just
because obviously it's going to be a bit before we're.
Oh yeah.
We're even ready for.
Well, obviously, it was just because I'd like to show you the changes that
Yeah.
That got made, and it's perhaps something that I think with Enshrouded, the way that it was built, where that original building got built, I think I'd like to do something different. I'd like to build it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, makes sense.
I'd like to be able to build it so I'd like the separate buildings again, because I did like that, like what we did with them.
Yeah.
But it's more that original building bit was a bit cobbled together at that point.
Oh, sure.
And it'd be nice to take what I've learned with it from that and sort of rerun with it.
Yeah.
Redesign it, rerun it, and take what I've learned and do it again, but better, so it functions
Right.
a bit better. I mean, because honestly, what I have changed, what you guys will end up seeing, I think there is a way that can be done and it work as well into a newer design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's better. I feel better now.
That's good.
I think if we're gonna do it, then we wait until
They do the 1.0.
like I think it's what. Well, we sort of I mean, I dabbled with this before 1.0, but then backed off, and then now we came back into it with the release.
Yeah.
Like, you can spend hours in this game.
Yes.
Well,
Lose track of time hours.
basically, to give you a perspective, within the last 2 weeks, I was just shy of 57 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's been messing around with different bits, that some of that wasn't me playing. Some of that was a little bit of idle time to try and get concrete back up and running.
Right.
But generally within them last 2 weeks, most of that time is actually some form of building. I mean, you can do, yeah, but you guys can do the same with Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Easily lose track of time in Minecraft.
Sure.
I mean, you can. Is that because the bottom of the rail's clipping? Is that because I've not taken it close enough, or is that because I've not taken the top rail close enough to the?
I don't know. Are you going up or are you going down?
I'm going uphill.
So, yeah, you basically want to go like half a foundation back and half a foundation up when you're going up. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
I'm working off as that. The middle bit is a half a foundation. I've gone over half a foundation.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I like working about the concrete is I can easily tell like what half.
There.
Yeah, you go from the middle of one square to the next square. So basically where it angles going up, from that angle, like go half a foundation back, click, and then drag it up to half a foundation up the curve.
As you can see, it's stuck with it. Would have to go.
No, because you're doing a long line that's longer than one foundation long. So I mean that can work too. I mean where it turns yellow, like it's still not clipping. Like the second it turns yellow.
Yeah, because I can't go half a foundation because it says it's too short.
Yeah.
As soon as
So
it
maybe we need to
goes-
go a full foundation back. But either way, like if you drag it out from where you're at to where it starts turning yellow, it doesn't clip. You just need to make it a very short piece of rail.
It's too, like I say, it's too short there, but then that goes up to half a foundation. But then
So yeah, maybe it's a full foundation back to, because I think it's like a foundation and a half is the minimum. So I think if you go like half a foundation back to, you know, a full foundation up, either way, I mean,
Because
if
then
you do it the shortest it can be, it's not going to clip.
yeah, because then that, if I was to line up, you know, try and attach that now, it's off, it's in the air.
Well, yeah, because you need another short section, because you can't do a long section like that for a bend. It has to be the shortest little sections going, you know, either up or going down. Has to be short little pieces, and then connect the rest around it.
I figured it. Oh,
Good job.
you decorating.
I'm painting. I didn't finish all of the stuff in the. No, I got the motor factory done. Well, for now. But I'm.
Did you want to actually stick some? Do you want to dress that factory up a bit down where the iron and all that lot is?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing. Well, right now I'm just
I mean, 'cause
painting it so it's
Because there is a
cohesive.
lot of walls and it's kind of
Missing.
unfinished.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
finish
yeah, it's a mess down there. I mean, I don't care whatever you want to do there, as long as, you know, obviously leave the machines intact. But like, you know, if you want to rip
Yeah.
out walls and replace shit, you know, like have at, because it's a mess.
I can fix it.
It's just
Thank you.
obviously every time I've always gone down there, it's like I really need to get into this bit, but then it's like, well, I could just let Willow do it because Willow enjoys that. So.
I really do.
And it's like in my head, it's like, well, I'm probably thinking, well, I've probably got a million other tons of stuff I've still got to finish off, so
Yeah.
which I don't even know what I have to do now. I mean, is there anything I have to finish at the minute? Oh, there will be when it comes to probably getting new train stations in, but right now, I mean, I can't really do much with central storage at the moment because there's nothing that needs changing. And I keep doing stupid things and adding things and yeah. How are you, Tim, anyways? Because you quite far.
I'm building the train stations.
But you are pretty far then.
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm just doing up the stations themselves, trying to plan out the 3 and figure out exactly how they're going to be, like what spacing I need for shit and whatnot.
Why do you want me to spring this trap? Because obviously there's the loop. Be looping and stuff like that, and
Well, I
not-
gotta, yeah, because I gotta do the junction, so don't worry about the junction bit. But if you want to skip where the junction is, and then just, you know, start on that straightaway, going up into
All right.
going up towards.
I'll bring the track down just a little bit. Closer to the junk, not closer. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do a junction, but trust me, with my junction.
Yeah, I'd rather you not.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you physically can, but that is something that would probably hurt my brain.
I have done junctions. It's probably less.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be janky no matter what, but it's like, you know, I mean, to be honest with you, it's more of a control thing than anything else. I would just rather do the junction. We'll go from there.
Uh-oh. That's never a good thing.
That's the thing. I've not been doing anything. It's been
Maybe that's why.
yeah, but I used the thing is my left hand's been rested. No, well, it's rested in a comfortable position, but I have been using the. That's how I use the WAS and D keys.
Right.
I think it's linked in with this elbow problem I've been having.
You got a pinched nerve in your elbow? Yeah, I had to have surgery to fix mine. Just a heads up.
I mean, my sister's got to go for cortisone injections in her elbow. Actually, sorry, no,
Yeah.
she's going for she's gonna have physio first, and then if physio doesn't help it, then it'll be probably the cortisone injection.
What has she got wrong with her elbow?
Technically, the doctor has said it's tennis elbow, but it's not. Problem is, it's not getting any better because of her job.
Oh,
She's always having.
That
She's not being able to be able to rest it, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah,
that's
it
what
does.
the doctor said. Oh yeah, you've got to rest your elbow, and it's like,
how do
and
you
she's-
work and rest at the
that's
same
what I mean,
time?
and that's what she said. She said she wished she could, but unfortunately, her job kind of she needs it because of the job. She's a carer, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, she's not exactly gonna be able to rest it.
Yeah, I mean the more important question is, can she still play tennis? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I was waiting for Chris's reaction because I kind of knew what was coming.
If she could play tennis, then no. I think she's more of a badminton person, anyways. Actually, what do
Yeah.
you guys call badminton?
Badminton.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, one of the rare times that that's just the same thing.
What?
Yeah.
I've heard of squash. I'm not a big fan.
Yep.
Tastes kind of gross.
Yes, we have squash here. Excuse me. And squash courts.
So, oh, this could make it difficult then.
What? What'd you do?
Sorry, I'm seeing a graphics glitch again.
Ah.
Just figuring out how am I going to run a rail on that. I can't see to line it up. Oh, oh, it's one of these curves. Oh, how did I do this last time? Yeah, how did I do this? Because there was another curve like this going up to Central, wasn't there? Similar. How did I do it? Don't know. So what do you class as racquetball? What the hell's racquetball?
Racquetball is very similar to squash.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing. I think there's just a couple of different rules, but yeah.
Thought I
Not
wasn't.
positive because I've only played racquetball once, and I've never played squash.
Thought I wasn't going out of my mind. I thought there was.
Oh, I didn't say that.
What?
I didn't say you weren't going out of your mind.
I heard of racquetball and I was like, is that a thing? Am I, you know,
Yes, it's a thing.
am I just making shit up or?
Yeah.
Oh, he talks. He speaks.
Sometimes.
Arf, arf.
We know.
I mean, it's not always appreciated, but yeah, I do.
I
do
was just
speak-
wondering,
I
'cause
do
you-
speak now and again.
I was kind of wondering because you've gone really quiet. I was like, well,
No, sorry, no, I was listening. I'm
yeah, but I
setting
asked,
up some.
well, that's like I
some
said. That's why I asked the question because I said, is there a thing called racquetball? And I was expecting an answer from either you or Willow on that one.
I don't know. I didn't really have an answer. Because I've heard of racquetball, but I don't know if it's the same thing as like I don't know if it's the same thing or not. You know what I mean?
Jelly bean.
I mean, so what? Okay, what sports do you have? Obviously,
Lots.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
I mean,
Pretty
don't
much
know-
all of them.
I mean, do you have netball?
Cricket's not as big. Cricket's not as big.
But yeah, cricket's a British thing.
But here we have lacrosse as well,
Is that
which is
Yeah,
Is
we
that-
got lacrosse.
is that the like you've got a ball, but you have these big long pole like glove
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
with a net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
the
know.
national. It's the national sport of Canada.
Has dodgeball been banned yet?
Yes.
Such a
took it out of
shame.
schools. Well, because kids, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
got the big bullies, like just slamming that ball into the little people, and
Well,
instead of teaching them non-violence in games, they, because you can play dodgeball pretty easily.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them got it coming, you know.
I mean, it's. I'm not being funny, but
I am.
In schools here, we had. I don't know if they still do. Rugby,
Yeah, rugby is a thing here too.
and that can be quite violent.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the whole point of rugby, actually.
Well, yeah. So what?
But that's for adults, not for students.
no.
We don't have rugby in
we did
schools
in
here.
school. We did. Yeah. No, in school
We have
we did.
football here.
Oh, we had football and we had rugby.
Yeah. No,
it's
we,
like-
we have football
Yeah, but it's a bit like, well,
and soccer.
and what?
Soccer.
Football.
Soccer is your football.
Yeah,
Mhm.
football is
football.
it's like American football, probably.
Okay, so
No, well,
no,
no, well, soccer is your football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
football is football here. It's a different game.
football is like American football. Yes? No?
Yes.
Correct.
Why
And
did you-
Canadians
why
have a
did you-
different version
I was gonna say, why did you just tell me no then?
because you.
Well, you were talking about soccer.
No, I wasn't.
Somebody said soccer.
Yeah, Willow did.
Who
I,
said?
But
I said we have soccer here, but you
Yeah.
call it football there.
But then I
Right.
said, you mean football as in American football, and you said no.
And I said yes.
Correct.
Oh, I thought I.
No, you said no.
Oh, when I was talking about soccer, I misunderstood your question.
Yeah, because you just said football. That was
Mhm.
all. And that's why I
Yeah, so
said
we have
football as
the-
an American football, and you said no.
no, because
I thought we
Canadian
were talking about
football. Canadian football is different from American football. We have different rules and regulations in our football.
It's similar like here. We have rugby and rugby league and rugby union.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. The first time I experienced
Literally
rugby
long.
was actually when I was in Australia. And
Aussie rules football.
oh my gosh. My brother, I believed it was in, I can't remember if it was in his wrestling or football, and he broke his collarbone.
Football. Jesus.
Says you just joined the game.
Yeah. He did a
Oh,
relog.
okay. I wasn't paying attention, obviously.
It's just because that bit's glitched out, and I'm trying to do the railway line, and I can't see to try and line things up.
Right.
Because I know I can get a straight section in somewhere. It's just, yeah. I don't remember how the hell I did it. I'm sure I did put straight sections in. Yeah.
Oh my.
Be glad the Australians don't play by prison rules.
Take no prisoners.
Main machine was Vinnie Jones. God was actually Adam's.
Longest yard was pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard something about that.
Going on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I do like Adam Sandler, and some of the stuff I like. Some of the stuff that's been a bit, yeah, okay.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I do, you know, I like the Water Boy. I like the Water Boy. I like there was like Billy Madison and Little Nicky.
Yeah. And what was that one where Mr. Mr. something. The one
These
where
was
he,
it.
maybe? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That one I enjoyed. And I don't know why, because it's different, but 51st Dates,
51st,
probably one of his best movies.
51st Dates. It's how he managed to get Billy Idol. It's just like, yeah. But the thing with Adam Sandler is he likes to work with the
Same
like
people.
the same people.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen Pixels?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the beginning, when the scene with the young girl, where they nicks off when they're younger and they nick off with the money to go to the arcade.
No.
right at the beginning.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, well, that's actually in that. Adam Sandler's daughter and wife actually make a cameo in it.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, right at the beginning is his daughter, and I can't remember where his wife appears. His wife appears somewhere else in that movie as well. I just like Josh Gad in that movie. I think he's great. I mean, Thingy's good in it as well. Oh, what do you call him?
Dinklage.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Welcome.
It's just a shame his Ghost. It's just a shame that Ghost got rewritten in Destiny.
Yeah, I mean, that was a whole debacle. And to be honest with you, it seemed like that was just bad directing, because I do agree that the performance was shit, but Dinklage is far more capable than that, so, like, I feel like I gotta blame that on bad directing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a. Have you ever seen Death at a Funeral?
Yeah, a long time ago. I don't remember
Which
the
version have you
details now.
seen? There's actually two versions. There's one with
That's right. You and I had this conversation before a long time ago.
yeah, because there's one
and,
with Chris Marshall in, and there is one with Chris Rock in.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even remember which version I saw at this point.
But
It
Peter
was too long
Dinklage is
ago.
actually in both.
Oh wow.
He's actually in both of them, and honest to God, the character he plays in that film, yeah. For a guy that's not gay, he
Right.
plays that very well.
Right.
It's great. I just, yeah. I do, like I said, I have liked Peter Dinklage and some of the stuff he's done. He is a good... But,
He's a good
yeah,
actor, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, obviously I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I knew he was in that, but I didn't watch Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
which is a shame, because, I mean, I'm a huge fan of his performance in Game of Thrones.
Oh, absolutely.
I know he was in it. Because
Yeah.
he was... Fuck. Is it Tyrion?
Yeah.
Tyrion Lannister?
Correct.
See, for a person that's not watched it, I still know what character he was.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, well, wasn't it? Because Game of Thrones, I can't remember her character. Oh, she was in Doctor Who, wasn't she? She was in the older Doctor Who's. Did she play? Was it a Shielder in Game of Thrones?
I don't recognize that name.
I don't.
Oh, I
now.
know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Is it Macy somebody?
Maisie. Yeah.
Was she in Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a character that could potentially be ongoing. They've kind of left it open for her to appear whenever. Because he accidentally made her immortal.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Oh, yeah, I vaguely recall that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was like I said, I think she was I can't remember if it was a Shielder in Game of Thrones or if it was that in...
No, she was...
She was the one of the main characters in...
Yeah, shit. What was her name?
She was the horse-faced girl in the books.
Yeah, she wasn't very horse-faced in the show.
No, and that was a complaint of a few people.
And they did that with a lot of the characters. They made them a
Yeah.
lot more attractive
Well,
than how they were
Peter
described in the book.
Peter Dinklage's character wasn't as ugly as he is in books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's
For one, his
basically...
nose was still there,
Yeah, he's like a little demon in the
Yeah.
books.
which is why they call him the imp.
Right. So, yep. Yeah, and a lot of the characters were... There was definitely some complaints, but to be honest with you, I think what they did there was fine.
Yeah.
I understand
It's
why
the-
they did it. I understand
The acting
why...
made up for it.
Yeah, like I understand why they needed to do that, because it is different when you're visualizing that to really...
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, she was Arya Stark in...
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arya.
yeah.
That's right. Derp.
Why am I thinking of Shielder? Or was that... Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. She was called the Shielder in Doctor Who. She was in 4 episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what confused me. Yeah. Why would you? That's the thing. Obviously, a Shielder, Arya Stark. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I've never watched Game of Thrones, but you know, it's just. I mean, everybody knows Jon Snow. Jeez.
Yes.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
My sister actually has. Does she have a coat? Have a coat with that on, or something like that? With the whole Jon
Nice.
Snow thing.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's in recently. I don't think he's been in game. Direction at least.
Yeah, I mean, we might branch off in a different direction. Okay, yeah, I know that definitely doesn't not like that for obvious reasons. I'm just trying to do I'm just doing a bend that very much is not happy with, which makes sense. This is gonna have to be a bit of a wider junction just because of the way I did it at an angle there instead of straight.
I say all the guns are wide anyways. That you've done previously.
Oh, I mean, this one's going to be a little extra wide is my point.
Got a wide load sign stuck on it.
Yeah.
How do I zoop again?
Hit R. Toggle the mode.
Yeah, okay.
Where's the
That's
snap
in the
line?
street.
Well, we didn't count anything.
This time.
Done.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know what the was.
Did you guys ever see the original It?
Yes. I saw
did.
it years and years ago when it
Yeah, a
first
long time
came out.
ago.
I had this conversation because I told you about Seth Green being in it.
Oh yeah, I know, and I had forgotten that he was in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's Family Guy one of the seasons.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was it. I was at I'd gone around my dad's, it was my stepmom's birthday earlier this month, and do you remember the Simpsons Lego episode?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
That they had it on telly, and that was just one weird episode. It was good how it had been done,
Sure.
but it was just a little bit strange. Because that was the first time I'd ever seen it.
Oh, that's a weird introduction.
Why is one of the train stations called Hamburg?
Because it hasn't been renamed yet.
Is that
what?
the area?
No, that is.
The train stations get automatically named when you place them down.
Oh, okay.
So that's one that we just hadn't renamed yet.
Right.
I don't know.
Um,
It's just true, but it's definitely not true.
wait, what?
What?
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay,
apparently, there was.
No, hold on, back up.
No.
Is this true or not true? I'm unclear.
Right. No. Well, yeah. Is it true or not true? Which, apparently, the train stations were supposed to be all place names in Sweden. Yes.
I think so.
The drone ports were supposed to be any other European city, or any other city for the drone ports.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that part. But yeah.
How can that be true? Because one of our train station was actually called Den Bosch, which is one of the central hubs within the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I'd heard. Everybody was saying, "Oh yeah, all the train stations are actually just names in just Swedish names, and the drones and other places."
I mean, it probably was, but maybe they just advanced that at some point.
Because because if that was true, it'd be like, well, how did I have a train station called Den Bosch and stuff like that? Because it's
Den Bosch, what you gonna do? Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, well, that's a big transport hub within just outside of Amsterdam.
Right.
Oh, it's about an hour or so out of
I
Amsterdam.
mean, right. I mean, obviously, everybody knows this.
And it's... I don't know, I like certain little things in games where, I mean, when we originally played the game and there were certain, names that come up on the train station, at that time, I'd probably never heard of the places. But it's nice to know that there's names there that, you start to recognize once you travel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's like certain some of the Swedish ones, like the Swedish ones or Scandinavian ones or whatever, that come up. For example, because I don't know if Gothenburg's ever come up, but I've definitely seen Gothenburg at some point. I've seen Malmo at some point, which I've actually been to them places. Because my uncle lives out in Sweden, so. I told you I was amending the guest list, did I?
No.
Oh. Well, I have to amend the guest list.
Oh.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, just a suggestion from my mum. It's just a suggestion from my mother that's, there's certain, obviously, in terms of, obviously, if there's anybody internationally, she's not bothered, but there's certain people I've got on that list I can probably cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's a possibility of I might be doing that.
Yeah.
It would change the price as well, but it's not.
Oh,
not,
yeah, I mean,
not for that reason. I mean, I'm not cutting you guys out. There's just obviously not cutting Alan or David out or David's wife. It's more there's certain people I've got on there that kind of don't need to be there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that's fine. Kind of sort of not agreed to it, but kind of agreed to it because it makes sense. But then my mum's friend basically had argued and said, well, if you're doing that, well, sort of don't invite me. And it's like, well, no, because she's been a friend of my mum's and been in my life.
Well, yeah, like a
Christ,
7 month.
years.
Yeah,
She's been
you
in
call
my,
those
she's been in my life. Since, well, it was 99.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, a long time, and Mum said no, that's what even Mum said, you've been in his life a long time.
Yeah.
So, he's not gonna, say no and cut you out.
Right.
Obviously, I really shouldn't have got parents, but I don't even think Lydia is. So it's just like, yeah, fine, sort of thing. I'd rather have immediate family
Close friends.
and friends, you know, close
Yeah.
friends. Like obviously you guys, you know, obviously Dave and Alan and that, because obviously I've got them two of my best men. So it's like,
Yeah.
and people are like, well, why are you having two? And it's like, well, the reason being why I'm having two is because
you're greedy. I get it.
yeah, but I can't have, you know, I just can't have one.
You're indecisive.
I'm not. I wasn't indecisive. It's the fact that I didn't want to just say, let's say, just choose David, and then Alan gets pissed about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it so they were both involved, sort of thing. You know, they
Right.
both. Them two have both been around, you know, a long time. Actually,
Yeah.
there is something I want to try. Oh. If I put, how do we chat again? Does this work? Wow, it does.
Oh, neat.
Wow, that's cool.
It's curious about whether that worked. I don't exactly know what you can ask Ada, but
No, that doesn't do anything.
okay, that's kind of interesting. I know there was the whole Jace thing, wasn't there, at one point?
Yeah, there's that whole Jace Easter egg thing.
Did they ever hide anything in there for Snow?
I don't know.
So interesting.
That command is not authorized. Nice. Well, I guess after what I said, she just doesn't want to talk to any of us.
It's Tim's fault.
Right.
We'll blame him.
Yeah, when in doubt, you know?
How can you help me? I've just bloody asked you. And you just turned around and said, how can I help you? It's like, what?
Yeah, that sounds about as useful as Zeta is, yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so I got the junction done. I did the, we got the train stations. The train stations are probably bigger than they need to be.
Yeah, but we need
I did four carriages long. Like they're longer than they probably need to be, but I was like, I'd rather make them longer than they need to be than too short, and then we can't easily scale them up later. So
Yeah.
junction works.
One of the suns is going down.
man, that was a bit of a disconnect. I'm watching the stream, which obviously lags behind, and you were nowhere near the junction yet. And so I'm watching you on the stream, and then I hear meh, meh, and you go by on the screen on the left, and I was like, but you're not there yet. What? Just my brain hiccuped for a second.
Yeah, you've done it very differently here. Well, you've not really.
Yeah, it's similar. It's a little
Yeah.
tighter.
Hmm.
That's what she said.
That's what
But
she
but yeah, it's a similar design. But
So, Are we sticking to 3 or are we going to be putting 4 on this?
Well, I figured this one's not necessarily always going to be going just to central storage, which is why I made it the way I made it, because it might be going to another factory where maybe we do want to load it up with 4. Like I said, we'll probably never use 4. I just did 4 to future-proof it.
Well, this train is the one. And you surprised how I got that here without crashing it?
Yeah, good job.
That was basically a train from Central.
Oh, okay.
That's the last train out of 7.
So that'll end up being our coal train then. Because the first thing we want to be pulling out of here is going to be that 480 coal, and then bringing that to wherever we're going to do steel production.
Yeah. I mean, whatever eventually will go up to Central, we just have to remember we need to load it into 3, not 4.
Yeah.
Because we kind of didn't account for more than 3 up at Central.
Yeah, but that's not a problem. We don't have to use the 4th carriage.
Hmm.
Because whatever train goes up to, because it'll be a dedicated train that'll go up to central storage. So that train will never have more than 4, right? But it doesn't mean that this station isn't used for something else that, or a train that does have 4 going somewhere else. Yeah.
A different junction design. I should have brought the train back actually down to test it, but.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I went, I figured I went this way just to, because the main angle going, for like the coal is going to be coming down this way, so I kind of just angled it so that it went up through there nicely, because otherwise I'd have to go like straight out and then I'd have to angle it to get up there anyway. So I tried to do an angle junction. And I want to play around with doing angle junctions because I probably do want to do more of those in future too. But
Work a minute. Bitch!
I do not comply.
Nice. But, yeah, I think it's time to end this one here. Because didn't even realise the time.
Oh, is it that late?
Yet again.
Well, then again, I got here late.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Obviously, thank you to everybody that's joined on TikTok, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Thank you to Tim and Willow for being here.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Obviously, anybody watching live, don't forget it's only going to be Monday. Will be the last stream for a little bit. Won't be any streams for a little bit.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday. But yeah, it's been interesting. But
Indeed.
obviously, if you're watching this back on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to give us a follow. If you're not, come and follow. If you're watching on TikTok, channel links are on the profile. And we shall see you for the next one. So until then.
Later.
Bye.
Goodbye for now.